Howdy, my name's Randy, your Chief Memory Architect from the Getaway Travel, and we have another special episode of Tuesday Travel with my friend Kelly, who's the BDM of Globus, Cosmos, and Avalon Waterways. And then we've got Iris, who's from Globus, and she is a tour director from Europe. So we're going to take you on a little journey through America, through Europe. I think we might even go into Asia. Who knows? So stay with us. We're going to have a fun day. Now, Kelly, tell me something. How long has Globus been around?
Randy, we now celebrate 96 years in April this year, so almost a century.
96 years. I tell you what, that's longer than that Yahoo's been in Washington for sure. So, Globus is your company to go to, because I guarantee you, if they've been around 96 years, they've obviously done something right because they've got the customers to support them. And Globus started out how?
We started out with a man and a vision to take clients across Lake Lugano. And so he did that in a rowboat. And then his vision was to create tours in Switzerland. And then we branched into multi-country tours and mostly started in Italy. And now we're worldwide on 6 continents and 71 countries.
All from one little man in a rowboat.
That's right. And we're still, privately held. So it's a super great family of brands, and it truly is family.
And it's privately owned.
It's privately owned.
Unbelievable. Hear that, folks? Definitely follow your dreams, because one man and one rowboat created this amazing company.
Absolutely.
And now, all right, now you guys do tours predominantly where? What is probably the hot spot?
So predominantly Europe, with your bread and butter being Italy. As Italy goes is how the rest of the world goes. And then, of course, I think our next biggest one would be Asia this year. Everybody wants to go to Vietnam, Cambodia, Japan for the cherry blossoms, and Australia and New Zealand are starting to get hot again.
Oh, wow. Now, in Europe, I know there's a lot of different countries, and I'm assuming, I haven't gone completely through the brochure, so I'm not 100% familiar with everything yet, but you can do multi-country tours all on one itinerary, correct?
Definitely, yeah. Panorama tours, they are called.
Yeah, pardon?
The panorama.
Panorama,
those are the multi-country tours.
Okay. And then I noticed also that y'all have something called escapes.
These are the tours that we do in winter, between October and March. So the same tours that we have during the high season, normal season, we as well do now since quite a few years in the winter.
Okay.
Which is more value for money because of the lower season, but it's a beautiful product that we've launched quite a few years ago, and it took off straight away. Yeah.
And with the, just want to make sure, with escapes, they're going to get basically the same experience as they get going during high season, just less people.
Mm-hmm.
Less, the same hotels, same tour directors, same coaches, and only the price is different.
Price is different, and I'm assuming that it's probably a little cooler.
A little bit cooler, but as they say, it's never too cold. You're just warmly dressed.
All right. Now, I also saw something in the Globus brochure about independent, because I know we get a lot of questions, and whenever I suggest a Globus tour, some people say, no, I don't want to go on a great big bus with 40 or 50 people and all this stuff. So Globus also offers, what, small group?
20 to 24 on our small group.
20 to 24, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you offer private.
We offer private from any of our European itineraries can become private for 1 to 24 passengers.
Oh, wow. Okay. And
Multi-generational families.
And they basically can kind of put together their own itinerary, or do they still have to follow a Globus itinerary?
We actually have both available, Randy. They can customize a little bit on that private itinerary, or if they have an entire vacation they want to do, they can come to you and completely customize an itinerary for them. And they would have a Globus tour director and a driver with them.
I do it quite often as well, every season.
That is very cool. All right, so you said a while ago that Italy is probably the hot spot. What would be number 2, 3, and 4 in Europe?
In Europe, but maybe Scandinavia at the moment is really taking off as well after COVID and before as well. Scandinavia, the Norway, Spain, do not forget Spain.
Yeah.
And still the panorama tours, especially for everyone who's coming for the first time to Europe to experience it, it's still the best way to explore and to get the taste of what we have to offer.
Very cool. Now let me ask this question: in Europe, let's say that they were going to do a Spain itinerary, and assuming most itineraries start at 7 nights, or are there smaller itineraries?
7 nights is one of the smallest ones, the best of Spain, and from there it can be up to the 13 days of full Spain tour, but as well the combination with Portugal and Morocco.
Ah, very cool.
So there is quite a range of choices that the clients have.
Very, very cool. All right, now let me shift gears a little bit because Globus also operates in North America.
We do.
So what is the hot spot in North America?
Oh, Randy, the national parks are always hot in North America. We've added some really unique experiences for Antelope Canyon out in Arizona, which takes a permit to get there, but Globus makes it happen. You have to go with an Indian or a Native American guide, and they take you through this canyon that looks like it's strips of bacon. It's just incredible, something I want to do in my lifetime. Those are really the places that are hot in North America. And the Albuquerque Hot Air Balloon, it's on everybody's bucket list.
Okay. Now, are those the full 40 passenger groups, 40 plus passengers, or can you also do that with this?
So typically in North America, you're going to have a larger motor coach up to 44 passengers. But once we guarantee a tour, it doesn't matter whether there's one passenger on it or 44.
Guaranteed.
So it's going to move.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. That's very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to bounce back across the pond because I got you here and I got a lot of questions. All right. So you by descent are Spanish, or you lived in Spain many years?
I lived in Spain quite a few years,
Yes.
but I'm Dutch.
You're Dutch. I have a very good friend who's that lives down in Mexico who is from Amsterdam, just outside of Amsterdam, and
The Dutch are everywhere.
he speaks like 5 languages. I'm sure you do too. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, I can barely get redneck in there. You can here in Texas, you got redneck, you got American, and you got Spanglish.
Voila.
Very cool. All right, since you are from the Netherlands, all right, because one of the things I've always wanted to do is the tulips, and I believe that's in March.
No, just under March. April and May. Put it in the agenda. The
Really?
moment
April
that
and
you really
May.
want to come over to the Netherlands, it's just that extra.
Yeah.
Any time of the year it's nice in my low-lying country there, but April and May are the summer with the tulips, the Keukenhof. It's
Okay,
called.
very good. All right, now let me ask this question. In the Netherlands, which y'all are also very close to Belgium, and you're also very close to Germany, beer.
I live literally 200 meters in yards. Give me a moment, I don't know, but I just overlook Belgium.
Yeah?
And 5 kilometers, which makes not even 3 miles away from Germany. So I'm in the smallest part, not in the North Amsterdam, but in the south, near Maastricht. And beer is a pretty important thing on either side,
Yes.
the Belgian and the German side.
All right. Now I noticed in the brochure that it says something about beer itineraries. Are those specific itineraries, or are they just a regular itinerary that specializes in beer?
I've got to get you know.
We've got actually both. So anytime that there is something culturally immersive, like doing a beer tasting or a distillery or a winery, we're going to include that in our tours, both on land and on river.
But is there an itinerary that, like, let's say I wanted to put together and advertise out to some of the craft breweries here in Texas, and I wanted to put a group together and I wanted to say, you guys are you craft brewers? Let's go experience beer over in the Netherlands, Germany, and da-da-da. And so, would I be customizing a tour, or would this be a tour you already have that I can just sell into?
Well, it would be a custom tour to really focus in on all those breweries there, because we do touch and have a little taste of those breweries, but really a beer land itinerary is going to be a truly custom experience for those craft brewers.
Okay.
It's a very nice idea.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the same thing when it comes to wine.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, on land, yes.
And then culinary, I know I went to a luncheon with you ladies yesterday, which was very good and very informative.
Thank you.
On the culinary side, is there on Globus side, is there a specific itinerary that I would want to point somebody to that is into wine and culinary?
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love the Gourmet Tuscany itinerary. Your 7 nights in Montecatini. I probably said that wrong.
Montecatini, perfectly. No.
Italy. And then we go out each day and we do wine and food. And the price point that for Randy is like about $1,900 per person. And my friend that went on it came back and said she felt like she ate and drank more than she paid for the entire tour.
Really?
So it's a great value for those that have never been to Italy. They want to go experience that Tuscany area.
Yeah.
So the Gourmet Tuscany does Montecatini. 7 nights in the same hotel with going out every single day and experiencing the food and wine of the region. Another great culinary option would be Gourmet Rome, Capri, and Sorrento for your clients to go out and experience that as well.
Let's dive back in here. So we're over in Europe. We're doing tours, and we talked about culinary. We talked about wine. We talked a little bit about beer. We talked a little bit about tulips. What am I missing? What else is there for people to see and do?
Mountains, fjords, Christmas markets.
Okay.
The most beautiful southern part of Spain with all the Moorish complexes, museums, you name it.
Very cool.
A combi of everything.
Wow. So what I'm hearing, folks, is there's not any place that you can't go with Globus. There's not anything you can't do with Globus because you can do it private, you can do it small group, you can do it their regular itinerary, which I won't call it large group because 44 people is not large.
Compared to what you normally do, Randy.
No, not at
No,
all.
it's very enjoyable.
No, it is.
And 44 perfect size. Yes.
So, man, I'm going to tell you guys, we're going to put some itineraries out there, and we're going to put some really unique things together with Globus, and we're going to take you guys on a great, great adventure where you're going to have an amazing experience. So,
we take you around.
yes, and we're going to request that we get Iris whenever we come to Europe for sure.
I'm there.
Absolutely, and
Waiting
Iris will
for
go
you.
all over Europe for you.
All right, well, this wraps up another Tuesday Travel, and we are very gracious to Kelly and Iris for coming.
Thank you,
especially you
man.
coming all the way across the
It was a
pond.
pleasure. Great to be back in Texas.
Before we wrap up, I got one question for you. Have you had any Shiner Bock yet?
I haven't given you Shiner Pro. Oh.
Shiner Bock?
No, that's going to be today. I have no clue
today.
what-
Today you're going to get a Shiner Bock.
I don't know what it is, but I'm going to have one today.
All right, folks. We'll see you on the next episode.